Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Delightful Creations by Amber. Today I wanted to go ahead and film the first video where I actually journal in our new journal that we made together. And I went ahead and I cut all the strings off and I saved them because I like to bundle them up and tuck them behind something to accent that piece. So I wanted to save those. And so what I want to do on the very first page here is I want to grab my pen and I'm going to start off by writing on here the date, which is today. For me, the today is June 25th, 2020. And then when I'm finished, I'll write the finish date here. I'm going to leave the middle of this blank because I want to think of a word for this particular journal. And I know the word will come to me as I continue to work through here. And another reason why I like doing the collage on the front is because I can add other little inscription words here. I can totally write on top of this one. I can even do some journaling here if I want to. So I'm going to start off with the date there. And then on this very first page, I'm not sure what I want to add just yet. I was thinking I was going to add a pocket, but now I've decided against the pocket on the front of my journal. So I think I will just go ahead and I want to add like a pocket or tuck spot or something. So I'm going to grab my little ephemera holder here and I'm going to flip to the back where I have some of those type of journaling card things. And I'm just going to pull out a few of the ones that I have here. I'm so sure something on here will fit on this small page. So, and I don't want something like this where it's really flimsy, but like this is a little bit too big. And this one might work. And it has some nice, ooh, actually that is absolutely perfect. It is a little bit small of a pocket, like a little tuck spot. So let's keep looking. This is always the fun part. I just want to create on the first page here something definitely not something where I can write. I like the bike. I like the bike. What do you guys think? Do you like the bike there? Is that a little bit weird? It's kind of weird, isn't it? Let's keep looking. And sometimes I don't find exactly what I'm looking for. It's a little bit more difficult. I like her, but she's too tiny. You might have to just use that sewing one. I'm not seeing anything else. All the other things I have inside here are pretty small. I wasn't counting on that. Here's a really pretty one too, but it's pretty tiny. Pretty tiny. So let's give it one more shot. Let's give it one more shot here. There's this one, and it says hug in a mug. And I really like this one too, but I think it blends in too much with the page. So I'm going to go ahead and just use that one that fit on there with that sewing with the black stitching. Here it is. And those words. I think that's really contrasty. Even though it is quite small, I think I'll just have a longer journaling card behind there because I really like the sewing on there. I think that's really cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my glue and attach that to this page. And obviously I'm not going to add my threads to this one since we have black on there. I'm just gluing around the three sides right on top of the thread. And I just want to write on a piece of paper, or I mean, you know, like a pretty piece of paper. And I'm going to write on there what I want to do with this journal. So I'm leaving a little bit of space here at the bottom. And I'm going to turn that over. It is a little bit harder to glue down stuff when it has those sewing edges on there, so the glue might smear up a little bit, which makes the pocket even smaller to try to get something in there. And then now, of course, I've got glue leaking out the side. There we go. Okay, so we have that nice little pocket there. I'm going to give that a chance to dry. We're going to work on putting something that will fit down inside here. So I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side so I have some room to work. I'm going to pull down my scrap box and see here what I have inside that will look really pretty for a little like journaling card brochure type of thing. Something similar to this is what I'm looking for. In fact, maybe I'll even just use this. I think it's a little bit too fat. It's a little bit too fat. But I can trim it down and then that will work just lovely. Okay, so sometimes I spend way too much time trying to decide how I want to get the journaling into my journal, like decorating the page or how I want some particular thing to look. And this journal, I'm really trying to just kind of like grab and go. So not necessarily quick, I guess, yeah, kind of quick decisions, but not so that I'm sitting here for a long, long time trying to come up with something that makes the page look pretty. That's why I chose these type of pages, so that they are already pretty. I need to trim it down just a tiny bit more. I thought it was small enough, but it wasn't, so not a big deal. But that was the thought behind this, is so that I can journal a little bit more quickly and not have to feel like I have to spend so much time decorating and making it look pretty, because I tend to do that. And I really do enjoy doing that. And that adds a nice little pop of pink. It adds some pretty flowers here. And I already had this in my stash. It was already done. So I'm just going to go ahead and decorate the front, and then I will journal alongside here and maybe the back. I'm not sure yet. So let's go ahead, and on the front of here, I'm just going to grab my pink box. Right behind me, these are my finished little embellishments, and they are quite, like, here's one. They are quite bulky. They are 3-dimensional, a little bit bigger than what I was wanting. So I'm not seeing anything in here that I just want to pop on there. A lot of times I will find stuff that I've already made that I will just stick on there. Like, I don't hate that tag, but it doesn't work for me. It's not working for me. Now, Grateful I like. In fact, I think I like that. So let's grab some ribbon. Okay, my little ribbon drawer here of my extra bits. And there's a lot of pink and stuff. I would like to start tying this purple in, so I'm going to see if I have anything that will work with some, oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not purple this time. Let's just do classic lace. Lace is always a classic, right? You can never go wrong with lace. And I have this beautiful little piece here, which might be a little bit too long. So I'm going to grab my scissors, trim that down, and we'll save that piece for something else. And just thread that through here. I'm not going to do an eyelet on this one. A lot of times I like to add eyelets to my tags, but on this one I'm not going to, just because this lace, when you do it this way, is super thick. Sorry, I keep coming out of frame because I'm trying to get it through the back of there. This is nothing fancy. It is quite a thicker tag. It is backed up on a cereal box, and that'll add a nice little touch of color to our front, and a word which I absolutely love, which is grateful. I use that word a lot, and blessed, and I try to be mindful of my thoughts and what I'm thinking throughout the day, and I do get frustrated. Like today, I actually had a flat tire on my car when I was trying to leave to take my son to his appointment. Luckily, I was able to turn around before I got too far down the road and switch vehicles, unload, and then repack everything into the other vehicle and leave, and we still managed to get to our appointment on time. So that is something. I was a little bit sour about that for quite a while this morning, but I'm over it now. But yeah, that was how my morning started out. Not so pleasant. So there we go. And I didn't exactly measure where that was going to land, and I like that it sticks out of the tag. I'm just worried about it kind of catching there, so I might not tuck that all the way down in there, which is fine. There's plenty of paper that will stick down in there. I guess it's not that bad. And then what I'm going to find now as I write, in here, that lace is going to have a bump. And so I'll be able to pull this out and write like that. I try to keep my pages as flat as I can. So on things where I add a little bit more dimension, I try to be mindful that I can pull it out so that I can write. It really bothers me when I can't journal and it's flat. So I'm going to have a grateful there. And so see, now the top of this, I'm going to have a hard time writing on it. So I'm going to try my best. So I'm going to write on here what I want to do with this journal. I will speed this process up for you guys, and you'll just see me writing my thoughts, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I wrote in here what the journal is intended to be used for, and then that I stuck to my craft goal so far, that I have only bought one thing this year, which I know wasn't my craft goal. It was my craft goal to buy nothing for crafting, but I did buy one thing, and you'll guys see that really shortly. But yeah, I just want this journal to be filled with things where I'm allowed to be creative and feel safe and blessed and grateful and all those kinds of good things. So I really like the way that turned out on my page here. I think I want to add a sticker or something down here in the corner, and that will kind of balance this page out. I don't want to write on top of these butterflies. I like them just the way they are. So I'm going to grab my sticker bag and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I have in here are like my florals or other things that are pretty. I try to keep my stickers somewhat organized and, whoopsies, making them feel like their collections are together. I still have stuff that's all scattered around, and I am still using these little baggies. I really like these Dollar Tree stickers, but I don't like any. I don't want the black with the rose. I thought about sticking the black with the rose, but we've got flowers and flowers here, and I'm just not so sure about that. Just kind of hoping. Actually, you know what I might? Well, I already have butterflies in the background. I was thinking about using a butterfly die cut that I already have in my ephemera stash. So I'm just taking a quick peek here. Like I said, I'm trying to keep this journal happy, light, and pretty, and not spend a whole lot of time decorating. So I'm not seeing anything right off the bat that's catching my eye. So I'm going to put all these back. And I'm looking through my sticker box down here beside me, trying to find something else. Let's try this bag. So this bag has like little bitty planner stickers in it. I can see right here there's some vintage, my vintage stuff is in here, some really pretty things like that. But what caught my eye was this purple postage stamp, which is awesome because I already said I wanted to include some purple on here. I want that to stand out just a little bit more, so I think I'm going to go ahead and punch a piece of paper behind it. So let's see here. Let's do, you know, it would be really fun if I punched it and put it on that. So I'm going to do that, but not where that die cut is. Right there. And sometimes my punch sticks like that. I think it's time to try to sharpen it, and I've done that before with some tinfoil. Sometimes it works for me and other times it doesn't. So I'm just doing a little bit of layering here, just like that. And I want one more thing behind here. I like things in 3. You'll notice that when I craft, I tend to stick groups of 3 or groups of 5 together. So if you count the page, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that just happened naturally. I wasn't intending for that to be how it worked out. That's just what happened. When I craft on the page, it makes it really dynamic, and it really helps it to feel like artwork to me. And a lot of times, like I said, it just happens naturally. It's not like I'm absolutely trying to do that, but I like it when it does. So I'm going to add a little bird, I think, behind here. I was thinking maybe I was going to do a flower, but I think I'm just going to do a really little bird like this, and then he'll just sit, because that says Liberty. And I think I'll have him, I want him on the pocket because I don't want to mess with his wings getting messed up. I'm going to put him over here on this side because I want you to be able to see that bird. There we go. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the back of this. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry about that. I'm adding a little bit of glue. And then we are done with our page for today. So journaling can be that easy, that quick. I know it's almost about a 20-minute video, but I mean, I was working on my supplies, and what I actually journaled for was just a couple of minutes. And just from writing that down and expressing what I want to use this journal for has already helped me de-stress, and I feel so much better. I hope you guys will pull out your journals and start working in them and crafting along and just having a great day. All right, everyone, we'll talk to you really soon. Bye, guys.